I think you have to be open-minded to all the information and data that could be useful. And I think what's going on at the moment is people are seduced by the power of the behavioural data and closing down opportunities to learn and use insight and other data in order to inform targeting. So I think that's important. And then as we've had today, this debate about, yes, it's really easy to identify the fantastic potential within an individual. If we narrow down the number of people we're talking to too much, we're not going to be able to bring new people to really drive growth. I think it was really interesting hearing Erin Bass talk about the essential thing that we need, which is that reach and bringing in new customers and completely looking at that. So we have to do all of those things. So I think we're becoming obsessed with the short term. We're all thinking because we can measure it immediately, sales response is what we should talk about. And not just are we becoming obsessed with the short term, we're also getting excited by the possibility of talking in a much more targeted way. I think we have to manage both. It's about a balance, isn't it? It's about talking to the people that are outside of our business and brand that we can bring in at the same time as talking to the ones that we want to continue to build relationship with. Because they don't have huge buckets of money always, and so they have to make choices, and choices where they think that they're going to get the best back on their investment. And that's the challenge. And I think yes, I absolutely accept what he's saying, is that we need to carry on bringing new customers in, but we still need to decide where they're most likely to come from, and those most likely, because we can't talk to everybody always. And actually a more concentrated effort on some of the ones that we can afford to talk to in a more engaging way is going to actually help some of those smaller brands do better.
So Magda's probably the most likely to. I have a lot in the past, but
I think so. I think that the challenge with the debate is it's an either or. There is this only one way. And I think what struck me about listening to the conversation today, it was very much a media channel conversation. It wasn't really thinking about how we could use communication disciplines in different ways that would actually maximise reach in different ways through how different content is intended to engage. So I think it's too much stuck in a media reach conversation at the moment, and not enough in a how do we engage, how do we stand out, how do we build distinctive assets in different ways. We need it more than we ever needed it. We absolutely do, because I look at my teenage daughter and the way she engages with all of these channels, and there's so much more fighting for her attention. And the creative bar, achieved by YouTube in terms of keeping her entertained and laughing, and how brands break through some of that. We absolutely need to focus on more creativity, and this is why, again, I think that if we leave it as a media platform conversation, and we don't talk about finding new ways to engage through different ways, communication disciplines, then we're losing out.